Hello everyone. Today's video is pretty much about what my shirt says. I get a lot of compliments on this shirt. And this shirt says, "Nobody cares. Work harder." And it's the absolute truth about life. If you're working for someone, your employer doesn't care how hard you work. They don't give a crap. Most of your friends don't care how hard you work. They don't give a crap. Even your family, most of the time, doesn't care how hard you work. They just don't give a crap. All that people care about is the results that you bring in. That's pretty much it. If you bring in a lot of money, they care about that. If you're able to buy nice things, oh, they care about that. If you're able to go on beautiful and expensive vacations, they care about that. But nobody really cares how hard you work. And the thing is also that you have to remember, it does not ever matter how hard you work for anyone. It just matters what results you're going to get out of it. So that's why some people don't work that hard, but they bring in awesome results, a lot of money, all kinds of different things. But they don't work hard, but they work smart. So it's not necessarily the hours you work. Some people think, they can only get rich if they work 60, 70, 80 hours a week. Well, working a job with an okay wage, getting paid overtime, it'll get you ahead a little bit. But you're literally working your life away. You have no time for anything else. Nothing. So what kind of life is that? Is it worth living like that? I don't think so. Because by the time you will save and make enough money that way to actually be able to maybe enjoy it and use it, you will be so worn down and so tired and so beat up from all the work that you won't even want to enjoy it anymore. Or you'll be sick because of it, because of the stress and not sleeping enough and not resting enough. And you're working that many hours, you're most likely not eating healthy either. So it'll affect you in some other way. You might get a decent amount of money over 20, 30 years, working super hard and a lot of hours. But what is that worth if after those 20, 30 years, you got diabetes, you've got kidney disease or heart disease or whatever it might be, and most of the time you spend at doctor's offices popping pills, visiting hospitals. What is that worth? And then most people actually get to that point working for someone else's dreams. So you're an employee for a company. You have a boss. Company might be small. Maybe there's only 5 people working there or 5,000. does not really matter. If you're working for someone else, you're just a number. A number of money, of how much you're getting paid and how much you're bringing in. As soon as you start to look like you're not really profitable, adios, amigos. Nobody cares what's going on in your life. Nobody cares that you lost a family member. Nobody cares that someone got really sick and you have to take care of them. Nobody gives a crap if you're working for somebody else, guys. Come on. It doesn't matter to people. No one gives a crap. All that matters is what you think about yourself and what you see yourself achieving. So if you're looking at yourself and you're working your ass off 50, 60, 70 hours a week, slaving for somebody else, and they're buying boats left and right and going on vacations and drive expensive cars, and you're living paycheck to paycheck, barely putting away $100 a week, if that. That's not a life worth living. My point is, don't work for someone else's dreams. You have to understand that a job will never allow you to live a super wealthy lifestyle, a wealthy, comfortable, financially free lifestyle. You have to step away from being an employee and step into a role of becoming an entrepreneur. Start your own business. Even if you're working a full-time job, start doing something on the side on Saturdays and Sundays. Something that you like doing, something that you have a lot of knowledge about. Find a way to monetize it. Write about it. Make videos about it every single day. Try to make money on YouTube that way. Try to make money online, blogging. Try to provide a service. Try to do you're a plumber? Try to do some plumbing work on the side. Get some recommendations. Get people to know you. Electrician? Try to do some electrical work on the side. You're an accountant? Try to do something on the side. Try to do something for yourself. And once you start and you see that you can possibly grow it to a certain point, then do that. Get to a level that, you can possibly see covering maybe half of your bills. Remember though, when you're working for yourself, all the money that you bring in doesn't mean it's yours to spend. There's taxes to be paid. And make sure you put away money for that. But work for yourself. Bet on yourself. Stop filling up somebody else's pockets and stop working for somebody else's dreams. Start working for yours. Simple as that. I'll see you in another video, guys. Bye.